and welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I kind of feel like I've been MIA as well. I'm working on another creative venture right now, and a lot of my energy has been going into that. But I wanted to get on here and work on my design team project for Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations. She has got the cutest snowman kit. And I've just, of course, as usual, just printed out a few papers because, you know, there's more than I need for this project, but they're all just so cute. Very frosty oriented. And I will have the details in the description box below about your discount that you can get and where you can get this cute kit. But I wanted to, I just wanted to go ahead and get started on this today. And we've had snow. We had snow over the weekend. And the first snow that I've experienced, like real snow in the mountains since we moved. And so we were basically, I wouldn't say snowed in, but we didn't dare go out for the last couple of days, well, 3 days. Because even though it wasn't, I think we got maybe 4 inches, which as a Michigander, that sounds silly. But in the mountains, and actually in Tennessee, everything is much more hilly and curvy. And those side roads, if they're not clear, they're pretty treacherous. So everyone just kind of stays put and we're all good. So I thought this would be a lovely time to work on a snowy kit. So I'm going to put these little guys away for a minute, and we're going to work on a really fun technique of binding that I just discovered. And it is called crown binding. And there is zero gluing, well, I shouldn't say zero gluing. There'll be a little bit of gluing for the covers, but there's no sewing or gluing much at all to do this. So I went ahead and printed this out on a little bit thicker paper, the 28 pound, because I want this to be sturdy. These are the papers that are going to hold things together. And for my, let me go back to these guys, for my journal pages, I usually print them on the 28 pound because I print front and back, and that way there's no bleed through. But these pages are not going to be printed front and back, so I just went ahead and printed them on regular copy paper. And you'll see how that's going to all go together later. But I didn't feel that, the need to use up that thicker paper. So you can. This is going to be basically 2 signatures wide. Each of these papers are going to be a signature. You can make it as wide as you want, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to do 2. Okay, so let me show you one, and then I'll probably do the other one off camera, and then we'll get to the next phase. Okay, so what we need to do, this is a lot of folding, which is super easy. Just follow along. Feel free to pause if you need, but the first thing we're going to need to do is just fold it in half. And you can make this any size you want. I went ahead and just used a full sheet. Of course, I trimmed off, my printer doesn't go borderless anymore, so I trimmed off the white edge there. But you could make this smaller if you wanted, but I thought this would be a good size. Okay, so then we're gonna take this half and fold it onto that line. And even though this is easy, you do need to try to be kind of just go slowly and make sure those folds are really straight and neat, because everything is going to hinge, no pun intended, everything's going to hinge on these folds. So we want to make sure that they are good quality folds. So I want to make sure that nothing's going to get caught up in here. So, all right. Now, so we've got our 4 folds like this. Now we're going to go ahead and fold again, making this an accordion. Okay, so we're going to fold this section to that fold. All right, and then that one's there, and then we're going to take this like this and keep going until it's all folded. Okay, so see what I'm doing here? Okay. Now, but wait, there's more. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take the corner and fold it like so. Take this foreigner, not a foreigner, a corner, and make sure that it's right to the edge there. Okay. And then again here. Okay. Easy enough, right? All right, so now, this is where it's going to start looking complicated, but it's really not. It's really not. You'll see what I mean. So we've got these corners folded. Now we're just going to go ahead and do that with each of the other sections here. Okay, now we're going to do something kind of silly. Well, that's not silly, but we're going to take the same folds and fold them in the opposite direction. We're going to do that with every section. Actually, let me hang on. This is going to get confusing. All right, so we just folded them this way. Okay, so now let's flip it over and fold them like this. Okay, so now what we have is something that looks like this. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to leave these little guys like this, and these triangles here, we're going to push them down like this, kind of make a indentation like this. We're going to do that along the top and along the bottom. And the paper that you use, obviously, it can be directional, like a picture on it, but I think just something with a pattern that doesn't matter which way you go is probably the easiest to work with. But I think this is going to look so pretty. I love this paper so much. Okay, so does that make sense? Feel free to, pause, rewind, and watch what I did there. I know I sped things up just for the sake of time, but it's not that complicated. It's just a lot of folding. Okay, so now there's more. There's more. So we're going to open it up like this, and then we're going to take the pointy top and we're going to fold it like this. And we want to make sure, this is where it's really important that everything is lined up. We want to make sure that fold is in sync with this long fold. And then we'll do that on the bottom. And then we do that for each section. Okay, so here we have our first crown binding signature. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more like this. I'll do it off camera, and then I will come back and show you how this works with the pages. If you've never seen this before, I'm sure you are completely flabbergasted and wondering what in the world, like I was, but it's really cool. You're going to love it. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, so I've got my two signatures folded up here, and I went ahead and trimmed my papers. The papers need to be just slightly more narrow than the width of this. because as you can see, let me show you, each page is going to be tucked in to the sweet little corners here. And there you go. Isn't that so cute? Isn't that so cute? So you could make the width as wide as you want. I just left it as wide as the paper itself was, after trimming off the white edges, of course. You know, you could do it, you know, maybe a little bit more narrow. I didn't want to cut any more of the image off. I'm actually quite sad I had to cut off like his hat. That one turned out fine. That one's okay. There's another one that made me sad. Oh, I had to cut this little guy out and that house. So I may try to cover that up in a way so it's not so obvious. Obviously decapitated snowman. But anyway, so each of these signatures holds 4 pages. So that's why, you know, if you want to have an actual book, you want to make more of these, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and insert these how I want them. I did print out 2 lined pages, so I think I'll do one in this signature and one in this signature. And of course you can do it however you want. You can do just blank pages if you want, but you know, I love the Digikits, and I love the printed, you know, parts. So I just think this is so cute. So let me, oh, that one's a little bit, there I go. Anyway, so you can see maybe why I wanted to use the heavier paper for the binding itself, because it needs to hold these pages. And again, I did use just the regular copy paper, so they're a little bit more flimsy than I would usually use. But you will see, let me make sure these folds are good. You'll see it's not really going to matter as much. So here's the thing. You can't do much with these 2 pages because they're like this. So what I plan on doing is making a pocket out of at least a few of them. I'll just glue the sides, and then we can slide cute little tags and stuff in there as well, which I'll be printing those out from the kit as well. The neat thing about this whole this technique that I love is that you can take these out. And you can just take it out if you need to take something out, have more writing space, or for whatever reason, if you're like swapping out a calendar or what have you. I mean, I haven't even thought of all the possibilities yet of what this style of binding can do for you. But if you intend on, or if you need to be able to take, if you like that, being able to take the pages out, then definitely don't glue them together. Like I said, I may just do that once or twice just to have a little pocket. But I just think that is such a handy thing. I think like 2 years ago, I was thinking, how can I wanted to do this, and I can't remember what journal it was for now. But this is brilliant. I really love this technique. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. I will do this one, and I am out of time today, so I'm going to do a part 2 where I will embellish the pages, and then we will do the cover, which is, you know, going to be quick and easy. It'll just be, of course, you know, if you've done journals before, a cover is as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. You can just, you know, go crazy. I have a tendency to I could work on a cover for days probably and never feel like it's finished. But you know, I haven't even thought yet about how I want to do this cover. But I am out of time for today, so we'll do the part 2. I will likely glue these 2 signatures together on these 2 surfaces and glue them together like that. That way it's a little bit more of a, you know, it's together. So it's going to be a really easy finish to make this finished, but you'll need to come back. I'll need to come back because I'm out of time. All right, well, you guys, thank you so much for watching this one. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. Please like this video, make a comment, subscribe, help my channel grow, and so I can continue playing with paper with you and bringing you ideas and experiments. So yeah, and please, if you want to get this adorable kit from Stacy, check the description box below, and I'll have all that information where you can get it and get a discount. Okay, thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.